Well, I mean, we had 40 new players, 43 new players. I mean, so we honestly really didn't know what type of team we were going to be. I mean, we've been practicing and all that and going against our team, but it's different when you get out here with the lights on. I mean, I think we played pretty good. Definitely a lot of things to clean up on. But I mean, I'm really excited about where this team is going. I feel like, and I mean, we just ready to get back to work for next week. I mean, I can say that. I mean, going to the first game here, didn't really first time playing here. Actually, first time wearing cleats out there on that field. So, I mean, it was all new for me. Definitely was a little amped up and excited at the beginning of the game, but I settled down. Feel like, I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm just excited about this team, and I mean, we did some great things out there. We definitely got some things to clean up on. Mhm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said last week, I mean, I'm the type of guy, I just do what I'm coached to do. And I mean, I put the ball in everybody's hands. I just go through my reads and do everything I'm supposed to do. I mean, but we have a lot of talented guys in the receiver room, so we definitely have to rotate and get different guys in there. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I kind of think everybody had that little feeling. So we were a little amped up, a little antsy on our feet, and just come out with the ball. But I mean, I feel like we definitely settled down, and the whole team, honestly, just settled down, and we came to play and we executed. Yes, sir. Nice. Mm. Got the ball out of my hands. Honestly, I had a guy wide open. I was trying to sit on and get something bigger. That was my fault, and see what happened, how it turned out. But that's just a learning experience. I mean, just taking what the defense give me. That's all on my end. Something that I got to clean up. I told y'all those playmakers. But nah, though, I've been waiting for like this moment to see those guys go out there and perform, and they did what they like supposed to do. What they usually do every single day. Masai is a big target. Y'all see, like you got people bouncing off of him, and I mean that's somebody I love throw the ball to. Big target and just put it up in the air for him. And I mean X, he just crazy dynamic guy. He can break out and go score at any time. So I mean, I'm just really excited about those guys. They put in all the work, and I mean it's showing. Yeah, those guys, I mean, they definitely did their part. They've been working for a while now. Just learning how to just play together. We had to move a lot of different guys around, so we had guys in different spots. So I mean, it was a learning experience for everybody. But those guys, they definitely been improving every single day. I'm excited for that group, for sure. It wasn't that bad. I mean, getting the huddle, getting the signals, and calling the play at the huddle, it wasn't that bad. We definitely had a couple drives that we were a little slower. I feel like we were a little fatigued at times, but that's something that we gotta, I mean, just push through. I mean, that's something we're gonna talk about tomorrow, so we'll have cleaned up. No, I don't think it's nothing really serious. I mean, like I said, we have 43 new players. I mean, these are a lot of guys. A first time even being in Arizona playing on this field. I mean, so it's just new. I mean, it's first game. Um, I mean, I think they got all out of the way. So I think like we're gonna be good, for sure. It's crazy, man. That was probably one of the best instances I ever saw. I'm on the sideline as a captain, so I mean, just watching it, it definitely. I feel like that would really amp me up, honestly. But yeah, I mean, the fans they definitely were loud and real active, and that definitely affected the game. Yeah, I mean that was just a play. I just had to go out there and make, I got in the open field, had to make a couple people miss. The coach was getting on me though for stretching the ball out. He don't want us to do that. So I definitely, like in my head, I'm thinking I'm just going out there. Thought I was in, but my elbow was down though. I saw them. I saw it on the jumbotron, but second time I definitely had to get in there. uh, yeah, I would say that. But we took a couple shots that I feel like I definitely want back. Um, the first one down there to Brian Thompson, Brian Thornton. I should have probably threw a little farther, and the one to Zeke. But I mean, just learning experience for all of us. I mean, we got to go back in the lab and find different ways to get better for next week.
One more question.
I'm excited. I like a real big hostile games. Feel like that's when like we all raise up to the occasion for that. And I mean, but the work of the game will be won this week, well next week. And we were just gonna get in the lab, watch film, and scheme up for those guys.
All right. Thank y'all. Should be pretty good, right? Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, it's been like 100 some days. I was ready to get out and play a football game with my new team, but give honor to God, it was definitely a great feeling just to be back on the field with my new family. Got our first win together, so many more things to come. No, I definitely got more in the tank. Just got some things to clean up. Got to go back these next couple of days, get in the film room, see what we did wrong, and try to clean it up and come back better and stronger next week. No, most definitely. Me and the O line, we've been working, man, like since spring ball started, and just grinding it out, throughout the last off season, the summer was just something that we put like a lot of very hard work in just throughout this off season, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and definitely just had a lot of success. That's what we've been preaching on and telling everybody about, of how excited we are for this new football team, running and passing the ball. So definitely, like I said, just got to get back in the film room. Just I know some things that we got to clean up and just come back cleaner next week. Most definitely. We just didn't want to shoot ourselves in the foot. And I can say that just because, this is the first football game, so it's definitely a lot of emotions flowing around, and everybody just want to be able just to play fast and, not let the game overtake them, but, slow the game down as well. So, yeah.
It felt good. Not gonna lie, I was a little scared at first, but when I stepped on the grass, it's like a bolt of like energy came in. So like I felt good, man. Long 9 months of recovery, and so I was excited, really. Yeah, man. I give them some credit. They offensive coordinator, head coach, they did a good job of protecting him because they know like I was trying to get out there. Me, Joe, Coop, the old D lineman, we was trying to get him, but they did everything to protect him. So like, you know what I'm saying? That was a good job on them. I'm sorry. Repeat. Can you repeat yourself? Just keep doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't broke, them. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? So we just kept attacking them and attacking. So they had to come off our tempo. So.
The result obviously a balance period. Like,
Most definitely. You know, you don't want to put everything on one guy. You know, you definitely want to keep the defense on their toes and, you know, just be able to stretch them out and, you know, wear them down. So I definitely think, you know, you have, you know, backs that can do that and, you know, and then obviously throw the ball and just keep wearing defense down, you know, that's something that'll create big plays for the offense and, you know, keep your defense off the field. Most definitely, and that's what we want. You know, we want multiple guys to touch the ball. We want guys to have opportunities to, you know, just to be able to go out there and make plays and, you know, just have fun and play the game that we all love to do. So, you know, when we don't, you know, execute and do things that, you know, that we are supposed to do, then, you know, things are going to happen and, you know, go the opposite way. So, you know, we try to put our best foot forward and, you know, keep striving for success.
yeah, coach. Coming in.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Well, told the team that for the 40 or 50 guys that are newcomers here, that was their first time winning a football game at Sun Devil Stadium. So I told them that's one thing that they can be thankful for, and we can all be thankful for. It was a game where we went in with the mindset of trying to run the football. We accomplished that. We missed a couple big pass plays. And then in the second half, we settled for too many field goals. Now, we have a freshman kicker that I thought made all of them, which is good to see. We scored 2 touchdowns on defense, they get called back. So it's one of those games, there's a lot to learn from it. But I thought, you know, we can hold a team to 3 points. That's always a good night for defense. And you can run the football. That's also good for offense. There's a lot of things we still have to work on, but I thought the composure of the team was pretty good with all these new guys on the sideline. They didn't know how they were going to act. They were good. They were really good. Second half, like I said, we moved the ball. The key was for us to come out in the third quarter and score. And we were able to do that. I talked to the team about that. But then we settled for field goal. Not very good on third down. We got to improve on that. Not let third downs get away from us offensively. But for the most part, first time out, we were favored to win. We won. That's a good thing. Still a lot of work. Yes, sir. Sorry. No. That is, it's a team that has great camaraderie. They like each other. And they talked about it, right? But then you got to go be about it. And you sensed it on the sideline. There was no panic. Quarterback very calm. Very calm. Thought he stood in the pocket pretty well, you know, made some couple throws, missed a couple, but you know, has something to do with the familiarity with the receivers, you know, young receiving core. I thought the big tight end caught some balls for us. That was good to see. And the runners ran. I challenged the runners there, especially one. I told him, I said, now there's 8-man box. I said, no one blocks the 8th guy. And you got to make the guy miss. I think he got mad at me, which was good. And then he really started running, right? Because it was almost like he was I think he was at times he was running cautious to me. He was a cautious runner. And maybe because, kept saying, hey, we don't want to turn the ball over, we want to turn the ball over. And I might have made him feel a little cautious. But then I went over and talked to all those guys. I said, look, we got 8 guys in the box. There's no one blocking the 8th guy. That's your guy. You got to make it miss. And next time I looked up, he was running. I said, okay. Should have said that earlier. But they got the message. I thought all of them ran well. Nagata ran well. The little sophomore ran well. Kind of closed my eyes and thought I was seeing that other guy that used to be here, right? Kind of similar, slasher. But for the most part, we played halfway decent. Well, they handled it well, and we're at home, and speaking of home, I mean, our student body, there was about 13,000 students there. And can't thank them enough for showing up. And the parent, all of the people too, but you can feel the student body in that end zone over there. That's my favorite deal. When I watch them over there, they got a lot of stuff going on in that place. But wow. Yeah, the energy that they give, right? It's just fun to watch them. But I thought for the most part, first home game, to win a game as a team was very important. In a game that obviously we were picked to win. It's easy to say you're supposed to win, but then you gotta go do it. So that's the good part. We were able to accomplish that. I thought the front would play good because we got a lot of depth there. And I mentioned going in our talk with the players and the coaches, I said, don't be surprised if they hurry up because they don't want the rotation of defensive linemen. They go fast. I took a peek at the team we play next week. They're really fast. I mean, they don't mess around. It's like 10 seconds. They're hiking the ball. It's like, oh. So I think that was a part of it. I thought the front played pretty good. They got after the quarterback, stopped the run. That's what we need to do. We need to stop the run because they were a running football team like us. We were able to stop the run. Linebackers played fairly well. The corners, that's what I wanted to see. They didn't give up any vertical balls. Threw a couple double moves. They're in good coverage. You get 2 interceptions, that's pretty good. And we talked about that. We needed 2 turnovers tonight. And that's kind of our deal every week. You got to get 2 turnovers. And we were able to do that. It's a shame that, that's, you get 2 touchdowns and interceptions. I mean, that's a pretty good night for defense. Yes. Wasn't that bad? Last year it was 13. No, was it 13? Yeah, it was 13. It was 11 in the first half and it was 2 in the second. I showed the team that, by the way. And I thought for the most part, you're going to get a foul or 2. If you average 4 fouls, 5 fouls a game, you're okay. You're going to be pretty good during the season. You just don't want them to be ones that really hurt you. And a couple of them, it's stall drives offensively. We got one and kicked us back, right? Defensively, you gave them another opportunity. And then you get 2 of them for touchdowns and they get called back. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. You're seeing it. It was a minute, about a minute. Yeah, something like that. And sometimes you change your philosophy. And I said we were going to be aggressive. I told the football team that. Anytime we got inside the +30, we were going for it on 4th down. Depending on what it was. Because I wanted to get our offense going. And yeah, and when that happened, I went, here you go. You got to lead and you mess around and, try to go back and throw a pass and, thank you for that. But that's okay. I just think we have to be aggressive. We're going to be more aggressive this year. And that's one of those deals. Everybody else does is great. When I do it, it's like, how did you do that, coach? Well, why not? Right? I mean, worst thing could happen is what happened. We gave him 3 points. And if I put it on the defense, I said, that's on me. Bail me out, bail the coach out, right? And the defense, they were able to hold him, so that's good.
And Coach, I know you mentioned the defense, but it seemed like after NAU's first two series? I mean, they really kind of settled in. I know you said stop in the run, but what did you see after the first two series from your defense adjustment wise?
Donnie did a good job of calling defense first night, and I thought Glenn did a good job calling offense, what we were trying to get accomplished. We were pretty vanilla on defense, actually. Played a couple coverages, and that's what we did, and just get our guy, because we got so many young guys in the secondary. And I thought, you know, for the most part, thing we went into the game with is don't let them have any vertical passes. Don't let them throw the ball down the boundary on us or inside and hit big plays. And for the most part, they did a good job. You know, Solely could have had another, you know, we had some chance to get a couple of interceptions. You know, we were close, you know, so when you think about it, but I thought for the most part, hold a team to 3 points. That's pretty good. Stop them from running. That's a pretty good night.
Coach, you had an offensive lineman 79 who hasn't played in a little bit, and he got back out there tonight. What did that mean to you to see him get out there, knowing what he's been through, and you know?
Yeah, that was good to see. You know, we came in with a pretty good group of offensive linemen. Some guys have gotten nicked, but we'll get some guys back next week. And I think their ability to play multiple positions has helped us, right? Coach Cav has done that. We talked about it last night. We said if this guy goes down, Cav came up to me during the dinner. He says, "Well, what if this happens?" I said, "Well, if this happens, you need to put that guy over there." And so we were playing musical chairs, and lo and behold, if somebody goes down, and you know, we had to do some shuffling. But I thought for the most part, they did a good job. Yeah. Ankle. Nothing. I mean, just ankle. You know, he's a lineman. You don't have to run 40 or nothing. I mean, no, you know, I mean, it's high ankle. You know, whatever the pain is. I mean, so I mean, he's not like, I shouldn't say he's not an athlete, but he's not carrying the ball, or you know, he's a lineman and he's a tough guy. And then hopefully we get him back. You know, this week. Our other guy should be back this week too. So we will be okay. Yeah, I do. That's why we brought him here. You know, he didn't catch a lot of balls in the other system he was in. I told him, "You're gonna catch balls." I said, "Now I throw it to you, you gotta catch it." And he's a big guy, he's a big target. You know, all those tight ends are. They're big. And I'm glad we're using tight ends on our offense. You know, it's fun to watch them because they're hard to defend, especially when we get them in certain formations.
Coach, you speak of Emory Jones' improvisational playmaking ability before. Did you like what you saw tonight?
Yeah, but we're gonna have a little conversation. We're gonna have a conversation. Well, you know, you gotta know when the journey's over. Right? I'm asking, did you ever play baseball? Because in baseball, you slide. You gotta learn how to slide. I don't want him taking hits. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. That's what I tell every quarterback, you know, when the journey's over. Because you got to play the next play. I don't want to have to be walking out there and say, "Man, you all right? Helmet's all sideways and all that." Just slide, man. Just slide. This is just slide. I mean, you know, if he didn't play baseball, I'm gonna show him how to slide. I play baseball. Show him how to slide. He's got to be careful. You know, you got to just be careful. They were good. They were, you know, I know Donnie. I mean, Donnie wasn't on the side. Like, he didn't come out of the booth like he did before one time on me in New York. But I thought they were good. You know, they had a good presence about what was going on. I thought the coaches on the sideline made the good adjustments you know, and I always call the sideline an information booth. That's where you gather information. Come off the field, there's information to be had. Go over there and listen to some coaches. They'll tell you what's going on. We'll adjust. I'll chime in, and you know, both parties, talk to both coordinators. And I thought the key for us the third quarter was really taking time off the clock, right? And, you know, it was always like, now we're playing against the clock. And all the quarterbacks did a good job. Reminded Glenn, just take the clock down to 5 seconds before we hike it. Just get the game over. There was a storm supposedly coming. I heard that like in the fourth quarter. I said, well, okay, I know how to fix that. You know, we're gonna run it, but let's just make sure the time runs off the clock. Because then when they were playing the clock at a certain point in the game, you know, you don't want to get anybody hurt. You just want to get out of there, you know. And so I thought they did a good job of doing that. Yeah, not a lot. just did some things over and over, repeated things over and over, you know. Guess you guys know why we did that, right? I saw those guys at that, so, ooh, oh boy. Yes. A- Absolutely, because when you think about it, Thompson is a veteran guy, obviously, and Andre, and the rest of those guys are young, so we got to get them reps. They got 2 pass interference calls, which is good. You know, they were open, got pass interference. There was another one I thought was pass interference, but I guess it wasn't, but that's okay. But I thought those guys in the tight ends did a pretty good job. Good. All right, folks. Thank you for coming. Thank you, babe.